Hi, I'm the Azrai. Sit down, make something whimsical with me, and let yourself experience even just a fleeting moment of joy. You might know me from my little films on TikTok or YouTube, but I'm your local adventure hermit, and I make videos about themed role-playing events, practical effects, storytelling, and crafting. This is an especially juicy crafting project for me, because I was gone for a long time. The past couple years were hard. In fact, in many ways, they sucked rocks. But my partner and I are finally clawing our way out of hell and into a little cottage at the end of the universe. If not physically, then emotionally, at least. So if you want to see what I'm working on, help make it happen, participate in the occasional adventure, or just hang out and do some ADHD body doubling together, I'm making things again. And you're welcome to make them with me. Hello. Whoa. How are we now? Is that any better? Hey, cool. It's one of those moments where between the 500th time you check everything and then pressing the go button, three things decide, now's my moment. It's time for me to die. So yeah, we got a voice. Hey everybody, how are you doing? Moms. Hey, so I just heard this morning as I was setting up that Momo has released her marked video. So whoever's Hello. Hello. Yeah. Well, it's here for the moment. Genuinely, every time I think I figure out how this works, I have set this up the exact same way it was set up last time, where it was working without any problems. The same plug, the same port, the same everything. It's just, throwing a bit of a tantrum. We'll see. If it disconnects again in a few minutes, I still have something I can try, but... I mean, I could just use another... Yeah, it can be difficult like that, especially... Oh, hello. Thank you for the follow. Okay. Hello. I do believe the little device is now showing me the screen that I usually get when it's for real working. Yeah, there we go. Thanks for bearing with me, buddy. This little mic is a bit finicky, isn't it? It really needs to be turned on, then plugged in, then the little mic turned on. Otherwise, it is in some sort of mode that just makes it turn off and on constantly and not charge and stuff. But when it works, I love it. Good Lord. But we're here. Uh-oh. Are we? Yes. Okay. Momo taught me how to set up audio ducking on my microphone so that I can hear the music go down when it's picking up my voice. So that's actually quite helpful with noticing when my mic cuts out. We're gonna set up the syrup before we do anything else. Ooh. Thank you. Small Radish. Thanks for following. Hi there. You cut out just as you were getting into talking about the marked video. How rude. Alright. Yeah, well, the marked video. Ton of sugar. Was not any... Thank you for the follow. Chibi Realm? Cute. The marked video was not an easy edit for Momo. And she got through it, and I'm very, very proud of her. Yeah. Well, thank you for... I don't know how to say it. Chi Power Chan. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hello. Hi, Small Radish. First time joining live. Nice to have you here. Just gonna start scooping in some lavender. I got this little glass pot after reading so many glass pot reviews for ones that are not supposed to break. That's plenty, actually. That's quite a bit. The demon has been defeated. Yeah, it was a rough one. We're gonna have to have so many fantasy guide drawing sessions as a reward for that one. Actually gonna turn this so that I can grab a little handle from back here. A bit easier. I probably should have let the sugar dissolve first. I usually do, but I got excited. Oh! Let's see. That is, I tried to set Laura up to give me a little notification when it's ad time. We'll see how that works. Yep. Considering every single time somebody tells me that they're getting an ad on here, it's in direct conflict with what I've put my settings to. Who knows? I'm just gonna make sure. Yeah. Alright. Yep. I have no idea how the ads work. So many ads, there are 8. Well, I hope that they are 8 very small ones, because I try to set my settings to get them all out of the way at once. Because I figured that would be less annoying, but I don't know, maybe 30 seconds every 10-15 minutes or so would be better. I'll do whatever annoys you guys less. I'll wait a bit for this to pick up. Yeah, but that we are in talks on the Discord about brainstorming. A brainstorming session and session 0 for fantasy guys, and I'm very happy. Yeah! That's so... I cannot wait. Hey Z! Alice! Alice! How we doing? Can't wait to hear more about the fantasy guys. Me neither. I'm very excited. I did very purposefully design my fantasy guy in a way that I could cosplay him. At like the drop of a hat. Ready. Got here. Got some of my latex-based paint, because that's on the list. Almost free from ad prison, jeez. That's bananas, I had no idea. Twitch, if the ads don't do what I set them to do, what is that? How is Twitch doing this to you? I will send a screenshot of my ad settings. And then somebody can tell me what I'm doing wrong, because good gracious. Yeah, they... And you know what they do? They set it so that you, as a creator, you make 50% of whatever the revenue from ads is. but only if you do 3 minutes of ads per hour. If you do any less than that, you get like almost half of that, which I think is... I don't love it. But I'm very grateful to you guys for sitting through all those. Oh, that's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, I think that your percentage that you earn from ads should be the percentage that you earn. whether you choose to air a lot or a little. Yeah, I only learned that like as I was trying to set up my ad settings again, because I wanted to have like no ads. But some good news is that I have a lot of new songs on all my playlists, because I figured out that my player was only reading one file format. So I just converted all of them, and now we have lots of music. It's the crafty bit that I'm doing next. Don't do what I just did. Touch the tip of a hot glue gun with your bare fingies. Crafty bit that I'm doing is, now that I have put all of these veins on these leaves, I'm gonna go over it with just a little bit, really little bit of hot glue in some places to round them out. Dylan's here. Hey, how you doing? Hello, everybody. Nice to see ya. Vibes are good. I'm having a good time right now. Got all my little flutes. Lavender syrup on the way. Yeah. But yes, what I was saying before I got cut off by a hilarious ambush of technical difficulties for a second was that everyone who's able to should 100% open Momo's new marked video in another window right now. You can watch it. Give it a go. It's so good, and it was such a labor. A labor of love ultimately, but did not love the labor itself. Hey, Koyan. Haagen-Dazs is here. The whole game. Yeah. new video. It's taken a while, but it's new to everybody here, so. Hey. I'm gonna look while I try to finish all my work before I officially clock out for vacation. Dylan, vacation time. That's pretty cool. Have a good luck. Yes. Yeah. Just going over some of these with some hot glue to make them a little more organic looking, and to just attach them a bit better. It is very nice not having to create veins with hot glue though. Just ruins your life. That's exciting. Deli meat got, Mo says. Yeah, it's a pretty good rune. That's a pretty solidly quality rune. Yeah, I'm glad. Nice. gracious. Yeah, I'm gonna grab one of my little silicone sculpt. Nice. Oh, what one was it? And the lavender can. Yeah. The syrup can is down. Unacceptable. One moment. There we go. Sometimes it just need... It was the hail rune. Yeah, it might be. Oh, hello. Smoking. Should grab one of the shells. Good. There we go. Using shells to catch the hot glue when it gets real hot. Actually, it probably doesn't need to be quite that hot. It's a little too runny. Ooh. Yep. I got a adjustable temperature hot glue gun for when things really need to be basically soldered with plastic. But there is a certain temperature where it just boils foam. Have flooring samples to catch my glue. Works very well. What kind of flooring? If it was like linoleum or something, you'd think it'd melt it. Oh, good luck watering your plants. Cloud dust shoes. Yeah, we're heating up. Oh, just actual tiles. Yeah. That makes a lot more sense. That's very cool and smart. It's the kind of thing that people sell on Etsy for a huge markup. The Misty Greenhouse is here. Hello. I'm doing okay. We're gonna play D&D a little later. Me and my partner Lou. We have just a teeny tiny game. Well, teeny tiny. It's big in my heart. But we play it every couple of weeks with some friends that we had to leave behind in Australia. So it's really nice. And it is the fantasy western game that inspired the mustached bard Wiley that I have already costumed on TikTok a little bit. Have a good time. Thank you. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Also, it's always a pleasure to get to play a game that is just like another excuse for me to make moon eyes at Lou. It's practically my day job. Good lord. Still got some drippiness. Aw, Clunk, his tiny little goat noises. Thank you all. I did start, you guys get pieces of 8 for even asking about Clunk in the chat, or things like, Clipping. I also added a point reward for clipping that I hope works. You can't exactly test that until you're live, so... Yeah. So somebody who's already watched Momo's marked video, and tell me what your favorite parts were. I know a couple of you in here have already seen it. I have not yet had the privilege. I even thought about, what if I just did that on stream today instead, but then I thought, what if that was a nightmare for Momo? Whoa! Moon Princess, thank you so much for feeding Clunk. Oh man, he's gonna love you now. You're not gonna be able to get rid of him. We know in this particular chat, he's like a raccoon. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Help keeping this cottage's lanterns flickering, all of its tiny inhabitants fed and powered. Clunk is so stinking cute. The little purr sound made me smile. Thank you. I'm very proud of my son. I have a cat I took into foster that I ended up keeping, so I'm used to small creatures finding me and never leaving. That's very, very real. And those often end up being the best companions. The ones that you weren't expecting to stick around, but here they are. Oh, thank you for the follow. Please tell me how you'd like to be referred to. I have Momo's video playing on repeat on mute in a separate tab so it gets reviews, but I haven't actually watched it yet. It needs my whole undivided attention, so that means setting the time aside. Yeah, we could we could take a break. So how long is the video? No, I'll find out. I'm excited. The edits where Momo put in the electricity powers and whatnot were awesome. I did see a couple of those, I believe, and I agree. It's only a half hour long. Well, that's no time at all. Oh, Bubble the Frog, I think it's just a space between Redeem and Copper Dragon. I'll make them all uniform at some point. Momo says it felt longer. Oh man, I understand. Small Radish said to talk about safety measures, love seeing how other LARPs do it, and love to see it even more when it's done well. Yeah, I was especially happy for Momo to put this one out because I told her this, after... Wow. Bubble the Frog. You've gotten William's attention. You must be a favorite. Doesn't give away the teeth to just anybody. Teeth, getting Gravity Falls flashbacks. Believe it or not, I've never seen it. I've seen clips of it, and I think I might have seen like an episode or two, but never watched it with any understanding of what was going on. Well, we're gonna need you to go for just a bit longer, my guy. Yeah. Wow, Bubble the Frog, that gift was almost like the opposite of poison. I think William might be trying to tell you something. But what do I know? Well, William is sometimes ineffable. What does that little dial do? You know? I'm not sure whether it sets the temperature or the time. But I think it's the time. How much is the big redemption again? That is 500 pieces of 8, and I can pull up the menu for you if you'd like to have another peek. Da-da-da. Yeah, look. Close. So close. Almost says I would love Gravity Falls. I'm sure I would. It seems to have it seems to take directly from like Appalachian cryptid culture, Appalachian folklore in many ways, from what I've seen. So you're right. Right, but I was saying about the Marked video, I was telling Momo that I was really happy that she was releasing this one, because after we've all kind of collectively experienced the failure of things like the Star Cruiser and even Evermore Park, which I believe is closed now, it was really nice, even for me, to see something done well. And it doesn't have to be on a huge scale, and it was excellently executed. The organizers were, I mean, the expertise, the care given was incredible. And I hope that more people like the game runners are emboldened by the Marked video. The people who are putting the time and the care into what actually makes these events tick and succeed. People who aren't concerned with the capitalist hellscape of it all. Oh, Whiffle Possum, did you... Oh, we redeemed a hydration check. Thank you, Yave. Did you watch the video? Momo's video? I can't wait. After stream's over, I'm gonna go watch it myself. I'm probably gonna do a little bit of a shorter one today, just so I can make sure that I regather all my scattered brain beans before D&D later, and also go immediately watch Momo's video. I was there for the premiere. Cool. That must have been special. This might be temperature. I really have to read that manual again. Sometimes my ADHD makes me not a big manual reader. Hey, Opal Reflections, how are ya? Blue! Momo's such a rock star, she knows how to get a crowd going. Yeah, yes she does. Those performances were a lot of fun. She made covers and everything. It was very special. Very cool. I really feel like that game, we also got to showcase more of our real-life talents in that way than we normally do. Well, other real-life talents, I guess. Like, Momo doesn't, She does sometimes, but she doesn't often have an opportunity like that to showcase how musically talented she is. I remember Feline, the shanty woman of the Relampago, on the pirate LARP that I'm just been obsessed with ever since. And I'm really happy that I got to make that creature suit. That they invited me and they said, be an alien. And I said, thank God. Kaza was so funny. She was so funny. For, like, her look that she designed for Theron, Werewolf Lady, was so good. It was like if Sesshomaru had come from Sailor Moon, was a magical girl. And I think, I'm gonna go out on a limb here, I think Kaza doesn't get to play funny characters enough. Her comedic timing is so incredible. I'm in stitches, and it was one of the most fun roles that I think she's played. And Kaza is incredible at making sure that people are properly cared for at games. She is often found in debriefing rooms and creating decompression spaces for players when she's at games. And this game, at Marked, she kind of just... I don't know, like, I think there's a version of that where you just make people feel relieved by making them laugh a bunch, and she sure did that. Like, she was a lot of fun. Like, my character was very much like straight man to her funny man. Kaza is mommy. Her community has confirmed this in a big way. Yeah. Hey, look, we got bubbling. Hey. Give it. Ooh, it already smells pretty good. I did sort of dump the lavender in here on top of all of the water, which normally I wouldn't have done that until it was already simmering a little, or Normally you put dry ingredients first to avoid this, so now I'm just kind of stirring it up to make sure they're actually in the syrup. Yeah, Lou says we're at the hour mark, or we just reached that. My goal was to stream for like, you know, two hours, maybe a little over, but not much. I love Lavender. Hi, Syrie. How we doing? Yeah, I love Lavender everything as well. I like lavender cupcakes. That's what I was trying to say. Make lavender cupcakes, lavender lemonade with this stuff, and I especially love lavender syrup because I can put it in tea or milk or something at night. Have a little nighttime treat that actually helps you get to sleep. Yeah. Okay, this is looking, I mean, it's leafy. Add some more. Ooh. More veining this way. Nice. Can we see the back? Yeah, you can. Lavender muffins sound so good. Are they made with the flowers or the syrup? I make lavender cupcakes. They truly are cakes, and I make the lavender cupcakes with the flour, and if I'm making frosting or something like that, then I'll use the syrup. Yeah, this is the back. I haven't put what's going to be like a button on it yet, but there's going to be, make it look like a big pinhead, and like a tiny sewing pin. Yeah. So the design is made so that I can wear fairy wings with it. So it needs the open back. I wanted to get down all of these lines because we put the veins on this in the last couple of streams. It's looking pretty good, and I just want to make sure that they never come off. Using hot glue on foam is pretty effective, unless you're going to heat shape the foam after. Do not use it then. But I patterned this out, so I didn't really... No heat shaping required. Z said I wanted to try making lavender lemonade in Night Quest and the best combos for garden parties. Yeah. Yep. We got some lemon syrup from... I get it from the alcohol section, even though I don't drink, because that's one of the only places you can find lemon syrup that doesn't have sulfites in it, which I am super allergic to. And we mix a little bit of that. Whoa. Thank you so much, Mickey T, for the subscription. That's very kind of you. You're keeping the cottage lights flickering, and, as the chat already knows, making me look much better to the Canadian immigration officers who will be deciding my fate in the next year. Welcome to the cottage. Clunk's burp, yeah. He's a little gremlin, a little goblin. And you know, everybody burps. He wouldn't think to hide it. I will say, Twitch, for all of its like strange sort of difficulties, it has made an impressive amount of work possible to be like, I could do this, you know? This could be a thing. Oh man, sometimes you put too much hot glue on at once and it becomes a mess. Oh, thank you for following. Not too far away from the screen to read it. Kelchi? Thank you. Welcome to the cottage. I bet I could look up the instructions, the manual of it. Oh, here we go. Poignant one. Nicely done. I forgot what I was saying. I always get really excited when somebody redeems Wellium coins. It's very fun for me. Kelchi, your stream is very cool and fun. I love the whimsy. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, the whimsy is a lifestyle. It's a big part of the way I exist. I keep screenshots of my Wellium presents to read later. That's delightful. That's very cool. That's sweet. I'm glad. They're a lot of fun. And yes, it's a subtle, sometimes less subtle witchery. Thank you for sharing and spreading the whimsy. My duty. Drawing in Haagen-Dazs's room while we watch together. This is very nice. Alice. It's almost like when we lived together. Haircut looks great, by the way. Thank you. I cut it myself. With some clippers in the shower, like that video of that little rat that's bathing in the gutter. It was much needed. This particular haircut can go from what I tell you guys, he's generous with Clunk. And he never leaves. You spoil him. And we're all very grateful. Especially considering when he's fed enough, he helps us get our meds. Which, until I submit and am hopefully accepted in my visa endeavors in Canada. It's very expensive. I don't know if I saw someone trying to do the snoot menu, and it wasn't exactly. It didn't seem to be coming up. Jesus. Moving from Canada? No. We are in Canada, and we are temporary residents. Well, I am. Lou has an open work permit, but since we're both working from home, that's a different sort of thing. And since we're both working online, it's not like we're in violation of anything, because we can't take like Canadian clients. But we also so we can work on this sort of stuff, but we cannot get like our health insurance and things like that yet until I submit my visa, which will be a self-employed work permit, which means that this work that we are doing on these streams and on our Patreons and on Star Whispers, that will sort of validate our stuff, and we'll be able to, you know, actually live here like we belong. Whoa. Thanks. You got the clunk purrs. Thank you, Yummy. That's very kind of you. Wow. Thank you for subscribing. What is this? Susan? Swan Song. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Swan Song, for subscribing. Keeping our cottage lanterns on and making me look impressive to those Canadian immigration officers. No, you guys are being very cool, very generous, very kind. What? We're doubling up. You're getting the little chirps. Starlight Knox missed it because of... Jeez, you guys. Aw. Thank you. Mimi Joy, thank you for the doubloons. I think we got a clunk cooldown, but I'm gonna go ahead and let him know anyway. Oh, you got the clunk purrs as well. Thank you guys. It's extremely cool. It's a little bit baffling. You guys are I'm just a nerd. You guys are the cool kids. Thank you for being here. No, and that it means a lot, especially because like the pressure is on. It's my family and most of the resources that I would have access to are in Florida, in the USA, and yeah, not Florida. So it's there aren't a lot of places that would be particularly great for me or my partner being very, you know, trans to go back to. And the options for Lou being there are also just rough, on both counts, on being Australian and trans. So yay. Yeah. And, you know, Canada has its issues for sure, but it's doable here, which I appreciate. after Australia and after the US, we did not need it to be, we didn't need it to be a cakewalk. Would have liked that. But we didn't need it to be. Just needed it to be possible. And I've had family in Canada all my life. Really like it here. Some of my best childhood memories are in Canada. And so, it's, funny enough, Australian in Trench should be a band name. Fucking Florida, man. Yeah. And, like, good on the Supreme Court for, like, slapping down a couple of the extremely unconstitutional things that Florida's doing to trans people. But, you know, it's not enough. After I left Florida to go try and live with Lou in Australia, I got letters from all my doctors saying that they couldn't treat me anymore. They couldn't prescribe my medications. And so, you know, it's very real. Like, it's wild. You know, sometimes these things happen and it's policy stuff, and it takes a while for you to, like, feel the effects of it. But a lot of that stuff was like, I can't snap. There. But a lot of that stuff was like gravity, some of it. And the bathroom ban, I mean, like, a lot of that stuff was like, oh yeah, you'll almost never encounter it. It's only for like publicly owned spaces or something like that. But that's all public campgrounds and public fairgrounds and stuff. And so literally all of the events that I do, like, legally, there would be no way for me to use the bathroom properly in Florida. Like, technically, my grandparents go to a rendezvous every year, which is kind of like, it's like if war reenactments were not so much about the war and it's really just like living history. So you go there and people are just setting up their iron forges and baking traditional foods, making traditional crafts like baskets and things like that. It's one of the coolest things about my upbringing that I can remember. And it's very sad because those things are all held on public fairgrounds and campgrounds, and technically there's no legal way for me to you know, go to a proper restroom there. But at that particular place, it's all like porta potties, so whatever. I don't think, like, nobody was really concerned. But if someone had chosen to be, So we are so happy to be here in Canada. Grateful to be somewhere with a roof and no mold. Absolutely. Yeah, our partner and I are stuck in our small apartment because everything is so expensive. Yeah, and there's a lot of, like, there's price gouging everywhere, and housing crises, multiple, everywhere. I think I was saying on a previous stream that it actually gives me a lot of hope to see Canadians speaking about how all this stuff is affecting them, because even though it's like, I'm glad that they are speaking and vocal as much as they are before it's at the point that it's at in Australia. And it's like, it's not that far behind, but it's far behind enough that, you know, there's still a good deal of damage that can be mitigated. And like I said, it's possible here. Yeah. Gratefully a roof and no mold. Yep. And you know what was very cool is that there was a little bit of mold in this very basement, not like, I don't know, maybe 10-15 feet away from me, and it was just caused by a little pipe. Just, I don't remember. It was like too close to the wall, or there was something leaking behind something. on an upper level or whatever. But we called the real estate agent, and they're like, "Hey, seriously, please, it smells like rotting vegetables in that corner. I know something's wrong because it smells like that only after it rains." And they actually sent out a building inspector who made recommendations to the landlord, and they got it fixed within like a week and a bit. Like it's repaired. Oh, thank you for the self-care snail. Thanks, Bubble the Frog. Yeah. Yeah, so that's baffling to me. That's perfect. I'm happy. Yeah, Quebec has pretty good renters' rights, as they're written, at least. So they kind of have to be on the ball at least a little bit. It was good. Self-care snail. We're gonna use that to drink some water. Yeah, just that could put me on a hot glue gun. Do not. Don't test me. Hey. Ooh, look at how dark it's getting in there. Nice. Yeah. Don't want it to be like too hot for too long, but it actually looks like it's doing pretty good. That's a pretty nice simmer. So we can keep it there for, what do we got? At least 20 minutes. That'll be a nice syrup. I like my lavender syrup to be a little bit waterier. Yeah, so it really felt like we got a little bit of a, not necessarily a scare, but like, oh boy, we're gonna have to deal with something, even on a smaller scale. We got just enough of a sample to see like that our concerns will be handled. And it was actually probably more reassuring than not having anything happen, if that makes sense. So I'm pretty grateful for everything that has brought us to this place at this moment in time. All that is to say. And that includes you guys. Rant over. Really nice color on the syrup. Yeah! It's getting bubblier. Might wanna, if it gets too much more boily, I'll turn it down a bit. Sometimes if you really overboil the herbal flowers and stuff, that's when they start to smell and taste a bit like soap. Because they have there's a specific smell and taste chemical that will survive under any conditions. Get real bitter. Whereas the more like delicate floral flavors and scents will perish before then. Yeah, rose can be like that too. It can go too far into soap. That's exactly right. There's like it's like an oxidation that happens to rose specifically. Which I learned all this from perfumery. Had a little bit of a perfumery hobby during lockdown. Because I was really into replicate. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Is that a subscriber here? That might be on YouTube. What haven't you done? Paragliding. Do you have a favorite scent profile? Well, the scents that I was interested in making were very themed scents. So I would find things like
an iron forge. The stuff that makes up an iron forge, and I got pretty good. And like stables or a cottage or something like that. So it wasn't the traditional stuff. And I actually made this whole system of like wax melts and stuff that I wanted to potentially collaborate with somebody like Cantrip Candles or something to produce. But then I moved to Australia and everything happened, so that's kind of on the list of things that maybe I'll be able to pick up again. If I'm allowed to stay in Canada. Yeah, I do. But personally, just for things that I wear, I really like earthy scents. I wear less floral stuff than I eat. I eat the florals. I wear the earthy things. I like certain kinds of musk, like the velvety kinds. Why is my playlist? It should loop. But maybe he's tired. Writing a scene in a library, dusty books and a fireplace. Yes, that's exactly that. I actually made a scent that I called Study that was dust and books, and I looked into chemically how paper breaks down over time so that I could get the old book smell correct. And I'll have to say, I got it pretty good. It turns out that there's a chemical process that happens to paper, certain paper over time, that produces a smell that's, it's like a hint of vanilla. It's a chemical that shares a common, it like overlaps with vanilla. And so that's that sort of almost sweet smell that people talk about when they say that they really love the smell of old books. It's a chemical compound that is shared with vanilla and grass. So I need to smell this. That sounds amazing. Thank you. I have, even though it's been like 2 years since I was able to make any of them, I kept all of my formulas. I wrote everything down. So hope is not lost. It's a dream of mine to sort of, maybe I'll make some samples and send them to Cantrip Candle or something. Like, how does that sound? I'm gonna propose. The snoot fire looks like it's heating the teapot. Yeah, nice. I have a large collection of those books, like 100 years or older. That's incredible. I always am looking in thrift stores for, like, what's the oldest book you got? See if it's gonna come home with me. Sometimes they do. Actually, that would be a pretty fun thing to do, is I would love to have an old book show and tell, because there's some pretty hilarious ones. I want a candle that evokes the smell of petrichor. That's another one that I looked into the actual, like, into the chemistry of, and I got pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. And smell is one of those things that, like, some people genetically can pick up different scents than others, so it's pretty subjective. But at least for me, yeah. Had to dip out for an early dinner with a friend, Mandy Girl. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good dinner. Have a good night out. I have a 1920s copy of Le Morte Author. Yes, yes, yes. That's cool. Well, I was hoping to get to the point where I'd be painting this, but it looks like that might not be today. It looks like we're going to be doing another session on this dang leaf vest. But I do think it's kind of neat to get to show people the time that this takes, because I lose sense of that, absolutely, when I'm just making stuff. I'll make things for 100 years and like, yeah, that was no big deal. I could do that again. Reader, I could not. Helps me appreciate my own time more, so thank you guys for working with me. Hanging out in this little cottage. All the ads are back. I had an original print of Little Lord Fauntleroy, which was published in 1886. I think it was passed down a few generations, the best thing out. That's pretty rad. I did it. It's a 10-parter. God, I hope they're... You know what? They must be only a couple seconds long. Ad break ends in 2 minutes and 22 seconds. Gotcha. Fucking hell, Twitch. The ad warning was perfect. Thank you. Full reflections. Oh, good. I'm glad it worked, because I have no idea. It's very hard to test these things. Yeah. Thank you for your pointers about the ad section. I did look over it and did my best. Although it does seem that some people are still just seeing as many ads as Twitch wants them to see. And whenever Twitch wants them to see it, no matter what settings I seem to have enabled. So, good gracious. Ooh, yeah! Oh, that's a nice one. That's just like that's a good vibes. Good things are coming. I think. Wow. Aw. Thank you so much. Different magpie. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Thanks for keeping the cottage lanterns flickering and helping me to look good in front of the Canadian immigration officers who will be deciding my fate in this next year, so thank you. And just so you know, you can now broadcast with lore. Let me see. You could already get Williams stuff, but you can broadcast with lore for free. For free when you subscribe. Which is... Whoa. Wow. Thank you so much. Gifter. Wow, hello. Oh my gosh, thank you. What's happening? Z. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh. This stream is all the vibes from Bubbled Frog there. Thank you very much. Wow. Goal reach. Thank you guys. That's nuts. Oh my gosh, all the cool kids are here. Wow, is this... I had one hype train, thanks like to Dylan, who, I don't know, just ambushed me on like my first ever stream as affiliate. But this is my second one ever. Abby? As in Abby Pop? No. Who's here? Pardon me. What? Mint Sprig. Oh my god. Thank you. Abby Pop, hello. Oh man. Hi everybody, thanks very much for all your subscriptions and for being here. Don't mind me. I'll making it rain for Clunk. You sure are. Thank you. That's very sweet. Aw, thank you guys for keeping the cottage light flickering and making me look good to the Canadian immigration officer who's going to be deciding my fate in the next year. That's the little spiel. I'm probably going to say that a bunch now. But we got cheer. I don't know how cheers work yet, but I did try to set up fun little things to happen. Wow. Bad Dust Jules, thanks for using my fun little emojis. My new joy is making Snoot heat the teapot. Yeah, you guys are doing so good. You're doing good work together. Gotta get that breath. I'm gonna try again. Yeah. Wow. He goes. Immersart. Okay. Thank you. Hi. Thank you guys very much. Thank you for keeping the cottage lamps flickering and making the immigration officer in Canada take a shine to me, hopefully. They're gonna love me because of you all. Oh. Oh. Thank you for the cheer. Thank you, Mimi Joy. Oh my goodness. We almost have the gold beat. I didn't. By the way, I didn't set this goal. I know Twitch does this automatically, so thank you. This is all very much an extra. I was not expecting this when I got up this morning, and I had one cookie for breakfast that I made for myself at 2 a.m. the previous, I guess technically same morning. Was the giant teacup. The giant teacup is one of the little animations that happens when you guys cheer with bits. I set up a couple fun little traditional watercolory looking alerts because I'm very much digging the traditional physical vibes. Oh my god. Abby Pop! Abby Pop, what are you're just theme park whimsy royalty. Thank you. Beat it, yeah. Clunk is getting breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This is amazing, you guys. I get emotional. Thank you. You deserve it. Abby Pop. These are, I have admired. Whoa, hello. Oh, thank you for the cheer. When did that happen? Who's done this? Thank you. Oh, Moon Princess, was that you? Thank you. Wow. Everyone deserves a fairy. Yeah! I did make my little subscription badges fairies. And it's no coincidence that I made them look quite a lot like the... Whoa. Hello? I did, oh man, my automations are, going bananas. Clunk is gonna be full. He's gonna be real full. Man, that means that, next time, you guys might meet Clunk's mom. What? Everyone needs a fairy friend. Yeah, I made my subscription badges look like the same kind of fairies that throw a little fairy dance party in the cottage on my away screen, because I thought it would be real cute, but also it kind of feels like surprise, surprise. Fairies are like, they're like representative of everybody here a little bit. Yeah, Abby Pop. Oh, Clunk is the little treasure chest. He is my most trusted financial advisor, and everyone in this chat has fed him so graciously since I started streaming that he is staying. He's sticking around. He's like a little raccoon. He won't leave anybody alone. But we love him. Does Clunk have siblings? He does. He does, and you can actually, let me see. You can see Clunk hiding behind one of his siblings, who is support. Wow, thank you for following. Cheesy, whoa, cheesy what? Something told. Once again, I need to make this font bigger because my computer's so far away. Cheesy burger. Thank you. Yeah, Clunk also loves to interrupt. Here, you can see one of Clunk's siblings, who has yet, as of yet, not given me their name. They're still a little bit feral. They don't hang out in the cottage too often. But you can see that they... Thank you for the gifts. Momo! Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Thank you. Wow, now Abby Pop has a fairy. We're all cottage dwelling buddies here. Yeah. Clunk, it's polite to say excuse me when we belch. You tell him. Clunk will eat well this day. My goodness. But yes, anyway, you could see one of Clunk's siblings who has graciously allowed Lore to use them as a step stool. Here.
Good time zone, dear listeners. This is your host, as always, Lawrence the Machine, welcoming you here to the cottage at the end of the universe. Now, does that mean a cottage located at the spatial coordinates on the very edge of all reality? Or does it mean a cottage temporarily locked at the end of time? We may never know.
It is Haagen-Dazs's voice, and can always. Good gracious! That's a goal. That's a goal met. I set up that alert before I even knew what it was for. Thank you. More hype train. Does Hog stream? They will be soon. I think I actually just saw them saying that they were working on chat commands recently. So there's the command. You could follow them wherever they are currently, but they will be streaming soon. Soon enough. And then it will be story time. It'll be story time all the time. Oh my goodness, you guys. Mimi Joy. Oh yeah, you guys get pieces of 8, which are the wishing well coin points for all kinds of stuff. Subscribing and bits. I'm pretty sure have it set up. Yeah. Oh, this is fun. Yeah, Abby Pop. So I'm gonna pull up the little Wellium menu for you. So we have got, this is Lawrence. Self-care snail. We did have a hydration check that I just saw breeze by. But you could check that little commands and redeems panel under the live menu. Thank you for the self-care snail. You cutie patootie. Whoa. Oh my god. Syri. Here we go. Good luck, Syri's wish. Out in the universe now. Thank you, that's very special. That is the second gold unicorn coin wish that we've had. Thank you so much, everybody, for cheering. This is bananas. We've blown right past that first hype train into another one before I'm even entirely certain what all these terms mean. We've got some goal met. Was it a subscriber goal? God, I didn't even see. Good luck, little wish. Yeah, actually tearing up. That's really sweet. I'm glad. I mean, I don't want to make you cry, but I'm glad. I'm glad it was a meaningful little moment for everybody here. That is the pieces of 8 are for William. For tossing different coins into William, and you can bypass it with bits if you want to, but you definitely get points just for watching. So Yeah, sub goal hit, new hype train record. Yeah, oh thank you. Sub goal hit. That was so beautiful for real. I'm glad. I really miss that kind of whimsy. And that's inspired by some of the very cool things that I have liked about my favorite theme parks back before they were you know, little Disney-fied a little. Meaning a little bit too capitalistic sometimes to put in that sort of thing. Wow, look at all... I'm gonna turn this thing on. Oh man, I love those. Yeah, less IPs. Yes, exactly. Wow. Oh, mission overwhelm assets support's now complete. Thank you, chat. Thank you, Opal Reflections. Yeah, yeah. And Alice is here. The whole gang. Wow. Okay. So here we are. It's a new era. Shut down that little panel so that we can see these fun alerts. Not William knowing I didn't eat lunch. Fine. I'll eat something. That's very good. Oh, thank you. Self-care snail. You guys. Yeah. This is the self... I don't know what's happening. This is the self-care snail. He's an actual historical piece of medieval marginalia. He's one of those weird little snails that's in the borders of all of the illuminated manuscripts. a lot of my stickers are those. But self-care snail. So drink what you got. Stretch a little. Momo's working on fantasy, guys, because she can now. I'm very proud of you, moms. Good. Yeah. William knows all. Tell me. Yeah. Aw. Yeah, Alice has fans in the chat. As she should. As she should. I can't type. What? Thank you. Thank you, Mickey T, for the well done sticker. Or, yeah, thank you. The little flowers. You guys. Snooped. Aw. He is still throwing. He's still throwing hearts. Let's see. Sometimes you just tell him again, and he will no. I'll tell him. Let's find it. Snoot. He's just real excitable. There you go. This really is the most amazing stream. I agree. I'm sweaty. I'm done crying and I need to get back to cleaning. Have a good rest of this stream. Oh, thank you so much. I love it when people redeem those coins, and especially that one. It is very special for me. I'm glad. I really feel like sometimes you just need to think about a wish regularly. Think about it like it's possible, and then it will be. Not that I'm into, like, you know, The Secret or anything, but good luck out there. Maybe time to stir the syrup. Yeah. It was cooling down a little bit. We're winding down. do that. I did get a lot on that. You can't really see it. It just sort of looks like iced. But got a whole half of it glued. More than half. We all need a bit of the woo-woo in our lives. I think so. Yeah. Yeah. I always say that you say out loud the things you want to happen. Exactly. Just adding extra security to the foam tape, yes, and a little texture as well, because the foam tape is it's not very organic looking, and hot glue definitely is. Although hot glue can make a hot mess if you're not careful. However, I am pretty practiced in prop painting, at least enough that I feel that I can make something that's messy look intentional. So that's where I'm coming from on this process. Yeah, I do have a hot glue gun tip that's very, very small. Is there a way to change the name color? Just realized I'm the only red one, which is kind of weird. I don't know. I've never tried to do that. Click on your name. Thank you, Noxley. Instead of, I hope this interview goes well, I try to say this interview will go great. It's hard to rewire your brain from the negative, especially with anxiety, but it helps me feel better. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's really smart. I went through like a whole, what I lovingly call DBT therapy boot camp, which was just during a bad time. My mom was worried about me. She came out to where I was living and she helped me find a therapist that was like good for like queer ADHD people. And that therapist changed my life. We practiced, DBT is a little bit like CBT, but I like it better, which is, it's called dialectical behavioral therapy. And that's a lot of what it is. It's about changing mental habits. And it was hard for a while because it doesn't like work immediately. It's building any habit, but once you build it, I mean, the quality of life was just so noticeably better. Like, I would say that I had so much anxiety that it was like borderline agoraphobia sort of situation. And after that, after my DBT therapy, I would say that I don't have anxiety anymore, not in the disordered way, especially. Like, it doesn't affect my life. Like, if I'm having anxiety, it's usually I think a pretty appropriate response to whatever situation, and it doesn't necessarily like cripple me. You know, I feel anxiety and I'm like, this is a reasonable amount, and I can still make some sort of progress on this somehow. And that was probably the single best mental health thing that I did before transitioning. So that mindfulness is it's key. Yeah, I've been told I'm too aware. That's funny. I wonder, like, what do you mean too aware? Does that mean like too in your head? Because that's the problem that a lot of anxiety. Aw, thank you for your cheer, Mickey T. I don't know if I thanked you for that properly, but I'm actually looking at my little activity feed over on the side. because Opal Reflections told me how. So, thank you for your cheer. Mine, this was before I transitioned and moved country. Yeah, they basically said that I intellectualized my feelings and understood why I was doing them, so they couldn't really help. Yeah, that's real. And I think I know many with the same sort of issue. And there's also just sometimes when your mental health really is kind of an appropriate reaction to what you're going through. Wow, what? Okay. Merlin the Wizard. Thank you. Thank you very much for your subscription. Keeping the cottage lights on and making me look good to the Canadian immigration officer who's going to decide my fate in the coming year or so. Clunk gets all the snacks. Merlin the Wizard. Welcome to the cottage, Your Highness. Welcome to the cottage at the end of the universe. Very happy to have you here. Very grateful. This has been nuts today. What is today? Is it Thursday? Are Thursdays a good day? We really liking Thursdays, everybody? Clunk do be having all the snacks today. It is Friday, isn't it? You guys, I can't tell time. I'm gay. Too right, yeah. Hey, I just tested my little clip command and it works. You guys get points for making clips, and you can just type clip, and I think it does 30 seconds. I'm very proud that I got that to work because I could not figure it out until today. We love when the commands work, yeah. I'm really liking the software that I'm using because I have a Mac, and so I can't use what all the cool kids use. I can't use Mix It Up. Nothing. But I found Lumia Stream, and it's been pretty dang good. Alright. Oh, you poor thing. Yeah, it's been a ride. Yeah, which program are you using instead of MI Mix It Up? I am using Lumia Stream. Actually, if you go into the, I believe this way, on this side of my view window. Thank you, Ria Dawn, for redeeming a hydration check. Would have never known you do really well as this. Thank you. It took me so much. It took me so much to find something that would do what I wanted it to do. Yeah, I thought about Firebot. I couldn't get it to work. Well, I wanted something that would also work when I stream on YouTube. Don't tell Twunch. But I wanted something that I could carry over pretty easy, and from what I remember, I think Firebot was only a Twitch exclusive. But Lumia Stream, one of my little icons in the corner of the live view window is the logo. It's the Lumia Stream logo, and that's how I am connecting. Like, people who aren't subscribers can bypass that requirement with bits, or some Wellium stuff and some lore stuff, and that's how that menu is there. I like the haircut, Mr. Man. Thank you. I cut it myself with some clippers. Yeah. Lumia Stream is responsible for Snoot. for Snoot being able to use his powers on behalf of you all in the chat. How often do you... It's really nice to have one that works for both. How often do you stream in the other place? I've only done it once so far. I plan to do more, because that's where I've always been. But I do publish all of my... Do you call them VODs, or do you say VODs? Did we... I don't know, I haven't been... I'm new here. Snoot bottles. There he goes. My son. What time is it? 4:20. VOD rather than VOD. Alright, yeah. I post my VODs. It sounds like a comic book villain. I like it. On YouTube. Been watching your LARP videos years ago. Oh hey. Nice. You've discovered Snoot's special skill. Magical arson. Cloud Dust Jules, you know it already. Let's see. Been watching your LARP videos years ago while still in high school. I just want to say thank you. It's beautiful to see how you've grown. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks. It's very kind of you. Do you have any more Snoot colors coming? Yes. Actually, I have a little thing where I'm making notes during the stream so that I can fix any little bugs. And I will make a note to implement Snoot's new colors. Thank you for following, Witching Hour. Nice to have you here. It's always so wild to encounter people who have been keeping up with my stuff in some form or another for so many years. Yeah, I should make a physical stream notebook. You know what, I think I just touched that little pot with my bare fingies. Ouch. I did plan to stream until about 4. It's now 4:22. I've got some good progress made. I was hoping to do the whole thing, but it's pretty close actually. So I'm pretty happy with that. And also, you guys blasted me into space with all of the subscriptions and hype train goals and bits and everything. Thank you. I'm literally sweating. You guys are very cool. What are you gonna make the vest for? It's just for a costume or an event. This vest is for a new character, and this new character is very small. He's a fairy prince in the style of Thumbelina, and he's also the reason that I made this giant egg. This giant tiny egg. This giant pearl. And this big acorn. I love making big stuff. I love it when things are small, and I love it when things are big. You are a treasure, monsieur. Hold on, I need to read that properly. I asked because I didn't want to request a drawing if you were tired. Oh yeah, I'm winding down. I am probably gonna go, but next time I will be set up to draw in the pirate office again. So hold on to it, and we'll get it done. I dare say a pillar to many, myself included. You deserve every ounce of hype and recognition you get, and I will fight on this hill with my last breath. Thank you. Okay. I better think of, okay, I'm gonna wind down. It's very, very kind of you. Very generous bunch of people. Like, not just with your doubloons, but just, I don't know, spiritually. Emotionally generous. Oh. Thank you for the stream. Thank you, Opal Reflections. Quick question before I go. Can you hear Laura's little voice? Because I cannot, and I've checked and all the stuff. It should be fine, but it might not be, so I'll fix it. Nope. Thought not. Not today. Do not hear a voice. No, what? Yeah, that's fine. That's alright. I'll fix him up. Got that back up. It must just be an output thing. You can hear his static. Yeah. I'll give him a go. Laura's sleepy. Heard it on another. Yeah, he was working fine last stream, and I didn't change anything. But you know how it is. That doesn't matter. Laura's nonverbal today, but he can write. His little captions are working just fine. Right. Snoot. Other colors. Fix Laura's voice. We got that. Just like me, for real. Aw, that's very kind of you, Opal Reflections. I'm just... Opal Reflections is very helpful. Like, thank you. Thanks for helping everybody set up their streams. Cool. You may also want to set new goals if you haven't already. That's a good... I don't even know what the first ones were or how I did that. But I'm gonna write that down. Not only set up new goals, but learn how. Set up goals. $30 pieces of 8. How is that mathematically possible? It's not. It's not. It's well, pieces of 8. I call my fun fact. I call my points pieces of 8 because pirates used to have their doubloons and they would physically cut them into little pizza slices to make change. So you literally have pieces of 8. And I use that for this because these points translate to the coins that you put into William. It's pirate magic. Yeah. 8 is the perfect number to beat. I was actually thinking about changing the point requirements to multiples of 8. And by thinking about that, I mean I plan to do it, I just haven't yet. So the copper one will be 8 points, and the silver one will be, what's 8 times 3? 8, 16, 24? Yeah, 24. Thank you. Look at me. Pirates count in base 8. Everyone knows that. Yeah, apparently. Yep. Alright, I've made a couple of notes. You guys have overwhelmed me. I need to, in a good way, well, in a good way, I need to go and eat a little sandwich and stare at the wall for a couple of hours before I'm ready to speak any words again when I play D&D. I ate all my doubloons. Good for you. I believe in you. I believe in, I don't know, wizard wrongs as well as wizard rights. So. Not the doubloons. Thank you very much. I cannot express in words how much this support means to me, so I will not try as of yet, or I will bungle it. That's why I made my little signs. So. Thank you so much. I will start to play us out. I'll find somebody to raid. I hope that Grams is online. If not, here we go. Switching over to the end screen. Enjoy some music. Is the time for bread raid. Bread raid. Yeah. I'm gonna raid and run to lunch. Do your bread raid. Switching over to the end screen where you will hear some music. that is hard to find for stream or download anywhere else, and so I have the permission from the artists to use them. If you hear a guy singing, it's a group of local nerds from California who made an album for the 7th Sea TTRPG. And if you hear a lady singing, that's my mom. Sometimes you might even hear my old voice on there, but we'll see. Alright, thank you so much. I'm gonna find someone to target with a bread raid, and I will see you next time. Thanks for visiting the cottage at the end of the universe.
I wish I were on yonder hill. 'Tis there I sit and cry my fill, till every tear would turn a mill. Ist good to ha funnits lån. I'll sell my rod, I'll sell my bill, and likewise I'll sell my spin and quill to buy my love a sword of steel. Ist good to ha funnits lån. Oh, shoo, 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 love. Oh, shoo, go sugar, aga shoo, go kul. Shoo, go döres agis, heilion. Ist good to ha funnits lån. I'll dye my petticoat, I'll dye it red, and around the world I'll beg my bread, until my parents wish me dead. Ist good to ha funnits lån. Oh, shoo, 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 Lauren. Oh, shoo, go sucker, aga shoo, go kul. Shoo, go döres agis, heilion. Ist good to ha